on the road again. Pat and I are going to Quebec.
This June, my partner Deborah and I headed out on a road trip to Malbaie, Quebec. There I was to give a keynote address at the 2024 annual conference of the Quebec Psychiatric Association. I was excited because it was my first in-person talk since the COVID pandemic. But I was also pretty nervous about getting back out there, and I wondered if I still had my live, in-person mojo. And so we headed up into the forests and lakes of Maine. We stayed overnight at a lodge on Rangeley Lake and fell asleep listening to the call of loons echoing across the water. The next morning, we headed to Canada. Got to see this moose, who very politely posed for us, and finally reached the Fairmont Hotel in the Charlevoix region of Quebec. My 90-minute talk was titled, "I'm a Person, Not an Illness: 6 Lessons for Supporting Folks in Recovery." I focused a lot on shared decision-making and the power of power statements to guide the prescribing of psychiatric medications. A power statement helps to shift the focus from what's the matter to what matters to me. My talk was well received, and it was a relief to find that once I got past those early jitters, I settled in and connected with my passion during the live talk. I learned my in-person mojo is still with me, though I did feel a bit whipped after the talk. Later that day, we headed down to the Old City in Quebec. We had breakfast the next morning with a group of recovery champions and very disruptive innovators. And while together, we hatched a lot of good plans for future collaborations. So yes, it was a wonderful road trip and return to in-person speaking. And as always, much love to my Deborah, who sticks with me through thick and thin.
Bonjour.